You know, said in baseball, they call that overnight sensation or someone who draws the interest of fans just by one thing or a series of moments. Up until the mid 1970s, most people in Canada didn't even know who this guy was, even though he was one of the best third basemen in history. But when he appeared in three consecutive World Series, the 80 ALCS, and of course the 81 loss to the Dodgers, he became in Canada just as big as Reggie Jackson, and in some areas a little bit bigger because every baseball team I was part of, someone made a great save or play at third base. Oh, you're trying to be like Puff. Well, this was Puff, Graig Nettles. Now, Graig or Craig Nettles, depending on how to pronounce it, is an American former MLB third baseman. Was 22 years in Major League Baseball, playing for the Twins for 2 years, 67 to 69, Indians 70 to 72, the Yankees 73 to 83, the Padres 84 to 86, where he made it to the World Series one more time with the troops of Dick Williams, Atlanta Braves 87, and a terrible year his last season in Montreal, but I think he only had one home run in spot duty. Now, he is regarded as the best defensive third baseman of all time, winning two Gold Glove awards in 77 78. Now, ironically, he's not in the Hall of Fame. So this is another player like Dewey Evans that should be there, not only because he's defensive play, because he's a five-time World Series appearance and twice a winner. Now, regarded as one of the best defensive third basemen of all time, he won two Gold Gloves in 77 78, the classic years that we all talk about, or the Yankees dynasty. Despite his relatively low career batting average, he was a clutch offensive contributor, particularly with runners in scoring position. According to my dad, he would only hit when there was somebody at second. In addition, he set an American League record for career home runs by a third baseman. His 68.0 wins above replacement is the highest among all players with a batting average of 250 or lower. Now, a six-time All-Star player, he was part of, again, of four AL East division winning teams with the Yankees. And Nettles enjoyed his best season in 77 when he won the Gold Glove Award and had career highs in home runs and runs batted in, and leading the Yankees in the World Series against the LA Dodgers. Now, again, he won the division title in 1980 as well. Now, Nettles was born and raised in San Diego. His unusual first name derives from his mother's dislike of the names Greg and Craig, and are combined the two to produce Greg, or Craig. My dad was away at the war, so he didn't have any say. Nettles gave a one-liner on that, one of the many one-liners in his life. The name also led to confusion for baseball card companies. The error-prone inaugural 81 Fleer set includes an error card where her name is spelled Greg on the front and Craig on the back. Now, when he graduated from the beautiful San Diego High School in 62, he then attended San Diego State College on a basketball scholarship. He played for both the Aztecs basketball and baseball teams. In 64 and 65, he played collegiate summer baseball for the Alaska Gold Panthers of the Alaska Baseball League, helping to lead the squad to two league titles. That's a very underrated team. We might do a podcast on them down the road. Now, the Minnesota Twins eventually drafted Nettles in the fourth round of the 65 Major League Draft. He made his ML debut with the Twins on September 6, 67. He batted 222 in 96 games with the Twins in his partial full season of 69. Now, on December 10, 69, the Twins traded Nettles with Dean Chance, Ted Erlander, and a player to be named later, to the Indians for, get this, Louis Tiant and Stan Williams. After playing 3 seasons with the Indians, he was acquired with Jerry Moses by the Yankees for Doc Ellis, Charlie Spikes, Rusty Torres, and Jerry Kenny at the winter meetings on November 27, 72. The Indians traded Nettles to a feud between Nettles and manager Ken Aspromonte. Now, Nettles was named the AL Player of the Month for April 74, as he set the AL record for home runs in a month with 11. On September 7, 74, he was caught using a bat that had 6 Super Balls inside it. He said he had received a bat from a Yankee fan in Chicago and did not know that the bat had been altered. And yeah, the check's in the mail there, Greg. On September 14, 74, Nettles and his brother Jim homered in the same game, joining a select club that includes Brett and Aaron Boone, Jose and Hector Cruz, Felipe and Cesar Crespo, Alan and Tony Cucciolino, Joe and Dom DiMaggio, and Rick and Wes Farrell. The 7 sets of brothers hit their homers playing for opposing teams. Now, Nettles was named a starting third baseman for the AL in the 75 MLB All-Star squad. Now, here's where he became the major prominence in Canada. During a brawl in the game against the Boston Red Sox on May 2076, Nettles, who was on second base at the onset of the brawl, tackled Bill Lee from behind. When it appeared that the dust had settled and the brawl was over, Lee confronted Nettles for tackling him from behind and said something about his sister. The fracas resumed when Nettles swung at Lee. More players joined in the fray and Nettles broke Lee's collarbone when he went down in the pile. Despite the incident, Nettles was not suspended and went on to lead the American League, would get to 32 home runs. Now, Nettles enjoyed his best season in '77 when he picked up his first of two Gold Glove awards and crushed 37 homers and 170 RBIs in helping lead the Yankees to a World Series title over the Dodgers. The following season, he earned his second Gold Glove to help the Yankees bring back-to-back World Series championships to the Bronx. Now, during Game 3 of the '78 World Series against the Dodgers at Yankee Stadium, with the Dodgers leading the series 2-0, Nettles became the new Brooks Robinson as he made numerous spectacular plays at a hot corner to stop potential run-scoring hits and helped the Yankees win a crucial game in the series. New York then went on to win the next 3 contests to clinch the championships, and Bob Welch struck out Reggie in Game 2, but Reggie got his revenge in Game 6. Now, in July 1980, Nettles broke a big record. He hit his 267th career home run, the most among AL third basemen. He was limited to 89 games in '80 because of hepatitis, which plagued him all year long. Now, in the fall of '82, George Steinbrenner, the Yankees owner, stated that Nettles is in the twilight of his career, and if he never plays another game for me, he's earned more than what I have paid him. This comment insulted Nettles and led to his growing dissatisfaction with the Yankees. The dissatisfaction continued when the Yankees acquired Toby Hero in February '84, attending the platoon with Nettles at third. In response, Nettles arrived at the Yankee spring training camp in Florida at the very deadline for players to report. On March 30th, '84, they traded Nettles to the San Diego Padres for Dennis Rasmussen and a player to be named later. Nettles had wanted to play closer to the San Diego home, and his approval of the trade was required given his years of service. Now, Nettles famously described his career with the Yankees by saying, "When I was a little boy, I wanted to be a baseball player and join the circus. With the Yankees, I have accomplished both." Now, Nettles was also involved in the infamous sit-down, the 1984 San Diego Padres Atlanta Braves beanball game. Now, while playing for the Padres during a Braves home game on August 12, '84, he charged a mound and attempted to tackle Braves relief pitcher Donnie Moore after Moore intentionally beaned Nettles. Nettles missed and it was thrown to the ground by Braves first baseman and former longtime Yankee teammate Chris Chambliss, who then sat on him. In '85, after teammate Eric Shaw surrendered Pete Rose's record-breaking 4,192nd hit, Nettles declared the Birch Society, a notably right-wing group, is going to expel Eric for making a red famous. That won over by like a lead balloon in right-wing states, but we loved it in Canada. Now, this was reference to Shaw's association with the John Birch Society, a notorious anti-communist organization. Now, the Padres declined to offer Nettles a contract after the '86 campaign, making him a free agent. He signed with the Braves for the '87 season as a non-rostered player, making the Braves a limited 24-man open-day roster. He re-signed with the Braves for the '88 season, and the Montreal Expos purchased Nettles on March 24th, '88, but it didn't work out in Montreal. Basically, I think the cold weather in Montreal got him. Now, in his 22-season career, Nettles hit .248 with 390 home runs and 1,314 RBI in 2,700 games. He had a career fielding percentage of .964, exceptional for the hot corner. After retiring at age 43, he coached the Yankees in '91 and the Padres in '95. He first became eligible for the National Baseball Hall of Fame on a '94 ballot when he gained 8.3% of the vote. He fell to 6-1 in '95, rose back up to 7-9 in '96, and then fell to 4.7 in '97 as it was removed from the ballot, although it is possible he could be elected to the Veterans Committee. His 67.9 wins above replacement, according to Baseball Reference, is the highest of all third basemen, not in the Hall of Fame, not including Adrian Beltre, who is currently on the 2024 ballot and, of course, got in. Now, Nettles resides in Lenoir City, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Knoxville. Graig and his wife Ginger have 4 children. Michael, who has unfortunately passed away, Barry, Tim, and Jeff. Jeff was selected in the 47th round of the '98 draft by his Yankees. Now, Nettles managed and played for the St. Louis Lucie Legends of the Senior Professional Baseball Association in '89. He also played for the league's Bradenton Explorers. Nettles battled 301 and played in a total of 62 games, 10 for St. Lucia and 52 for Bradenton. Nettles managed a Bakersfield Blaze of the California League in '96 to a 39-101 record. Now, he served as a consultant for The Bronx is Burning, a TV drama that documented 77 Yankees, but ironically, not much is talked about in the movie about Nettles himself. A lot of Mickey Rivers and Fran Healy and stuff, but very little on him. Now, on March 21st, 2008, he unfortunately announced that he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer in late November 2007 and would undergo surgery at Manhattan's Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center on April 8th. His brother was also diagnosed with prostate cancer earlier that year. Now, Tommy John remembered Nettles for his great sense of humor. Writing Graig Nettles was great with the one-liners, the zingers. He was the team's pressure valve. Every clubhouse needs a guy like that, the guy with acerbic wit who could take your mind off a bad situation. Now, Nettles wrote a controversial book, Balls, a memoir of his baseball career written in collaboration with Peter Goldenbach. In the book, Nettles criticized Steinbrenner and some players as well. When the book's advanced promotion came to Steinbrenner's attention in March '84, Nettles was summarily traded to his hometown San Diego Padres. As part of that, he was very angry. Now, '91, Nettles was also inducted into the San Diego Hall of Champions, into the Breitbart Hall of Fame, honoring San Diego's finest athletes, both on and off the playing surface. As of a few years ago, Nettles holds a single-season Major League record for assists by a third baseman and is tied with Brooks Robinson for second most all-time. His 412 assists in 1971 broke the record of 405 shared by Harold Cliff in 37 and Robinson in 67. In 73, his first year as a Yankee, he recorded 410 assists, breaking Clete Bohr's franchise record of 396 and 62. Robinson would tie this mark in 74. To date, Nettles and Robinson have 4 of the 6 400 assist seasons for a third baseman in Major League history. Now, Nettles is mentioned in the video for Bruce Springsteen's 85 song, Glory Days. At the end of the video, Springsteen's character, a pitcher who was throwing against a board, tells the team that they lost an imaginary game playing against the Padres because Nettles got me, bottom of the ninth. Now, we're going to go over the rough stats, and I want you to look at but we're going to talk about the Montreal numbers because we really thought there was going to be something of him left because when he showed up with us, we figured there was something good going on. But this is a player that's not in the Hall of Fame. Let's just look at rough stats. From 1970 to 1986, just home runs. This is third baseman home runs. 26, 28, 17, 22, 22, 21, 32, 37, 27, 20, 16, 15, 18, 20, 20, 15, and 16. This is consecutive at a third baseman. Now look at the RBI. 62, 86, 70, 81, 75, 91, 93, 107, 93, 73, 45, 46, 50, 55, 75, 65, and 61, and then again 55. But Montreal, terrible numbers, only batted 172, 1 home run and 14 RBIs, and only scored 5 runs in almost 100 plate appearances. So we knew he was pretty well done. But like I said, I think he was blackballed from the American League after what happened with Steinbrenner. And, I think if he would have stayed, I think they would have won the division in '85, those extra 2 wins that was leading at the Blue Jays. So he was, again, an all-star, a 6-time all-star, once for San Diego. It's amazing to remember a time when Graig Nettles, again, everybody was big on Brooks Robinson, but as soon as he's arrived, well, let's go over the big stuff again. 6-time All-Star, 75, 77, 80, inclusive 85. 2-time World Series champion, 77, 78. ALCS MVP in 81. 2-time Gold Glove Award winner, 77, 78. An AL home run leader in 76. So, again, you had Reggie, and you had the pitching staff, and you had Mickey Rivers, but Graig Nettles, again, Bronx is Burning, don't show much. I was very disappointed. A lot of people were. We figured he'd be a lot more about Graig Nettles because he would have been a much better person to talk in the situation. You got all this with Lou Piniella. You got Fran Healy. You got Thurman Munson. I mean, it's like Graig Nettles doesn't exist. I think he must have paid him. He said, "Oh, I never said anything about that." I can imagine he said many things to the press about what was going on. But to me, he should be in the Hall of Fame, just like Vada Pinson, just like Dave Kingman, just like Dewey Evans, on and on and on. We cannot stop here. You know, we're doing more podcasts about great players not in the Hall of Fame than players who are in the Hall of Fame. Like 2,225 hits, nearly 400 home runs, and 1,300 runs batted in, 2 world titles, you know, 5 divisions. What else do you have to do? Anyway, it is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're doing with our Vintage New York Yankee podcast, let us know in a like, comment, subscribe, or share. By the way, if you ever see a fan of Graig Nettles in your travels, just tell them, don't give up on getting the Hall of Fame. Ted Simmons is in there and he's not. Holy fuck, man. Come on. Ted's okay, but I mean, you know, they didn't win anything with him. Any team they had him. Anytime Nettles went someplace, I think if he even could still hit, maybe Montreal would have made a playoffs that year. So away he goes. Have a good one. Bye.